Hey guys, very good morning and welcome back to another Euro USD market outlook. So Euro USD at the moment has been consolidating inside of this area of consolidation and not really moving anywhere as of now. 4 hour is a little bit messy. If we go in towards 15 and you watch back yesterday's video, I did mention that we were looking for a potential long. As you guys know, we kind of had like a structural shift over here. We had this mini downtrend and then we broke this overall high. So yeah, going from this, boom, we broke the high, then this is the overall sell before the buy. You kind of refine it to the lower area over here, and you had a nice potential wick entry, after which we continued up higher. Now, what I'm looking for is slightly higher price still if the 15 cooperates, because overall we are of course bearish, guys. As we can see, this is a swing high, this is a swing low, but we still have a fresh area of supply over here on the daily, which is untouched. So I would prefer to see it push in towards there before selling off. Overall, if we just look at, let's say, market structure and price patterns, we can very clearly as well see that we have kind of like this 1, 2, 3 over here. And if we just pull this line down, we just adjust it slightly, you can see that we have that ascending corrective price action, right? With the first high, the second high, and then the third high. So looking for downside continuation. Yeah, potentially still just higher price here in towards that area of supply. Now going in towards the dollar index. The dollar index itself has also been consolidating, not moving very interestingly in my personal opinion. Overall, if we quickly just go back to the daily as well, of course there's uncertainty in the market due to it being an election year. Overall, we can very clearly see, and let me just adjust this into a range trading tool. What you'll see is, and then we expand it slightly, you can very clearly see that 75% is acting as your resistance and the 25% mark is acting as our support. So yeah, just consolidating. I think this could continue throughout the year, due to the elections, of course, with Trump versus Harris. Now, after swiping the high over here with just 1 or 2 pips with this wick, we move back down. Overall, I'm personally just really waiting to see if we're going to see any change or shift in the overall market structure as of now. But for the rest, yeah, just again, waiting. That's what we're doing, because for the rest I want to see a clean breakout. I mean, we still have some fresh supply here up top which we need to tap into, and yeah, that is what I'm waiting for at the moment, because we could move down lower just based purely on liquidity, but we still have some real fresh supply left open up top, as we can see here as well if I just tap into the daily. Now going in towards AUD USD, we can see that we've kind of started to slow down inside this candle over here. Okay, so this is around the level of 0.652, which is now acting as our support. Obviously we've now flipped bearish over here after seeing a daily BOS. So what does this daily BOS means? It means that after a BOS we always kind of expect a pullback, especially after such an overextended move. Now going towards the 4 hour, you don't want to be catching a falling knife. Well, obviously yesterday I mentioned that this supply zone or demand zone could make price move back in towards the highs. Now there isn't a clean fractal change in structure possible over here, in the sense that we would need to push down below this low, and then this would, let's say, become your fractal high, and then we could start looking for a long. So based on what I see over here, we can only look at the 15-minute time frame. If we look at the 15-minute time frame, let's say this is your BOS, that would mean that your swing structure is from this high in towards this low. Now, what you then want to see is the internal structure confirmation, meaning you want to see a break of this high, and then we could kind of trade it up higher, potentially also in towards this overall area of consolidation, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at, but again, it's not my favorable pair, or it's not a favorable pair at this point in time. Also, of course, momentum is in towards the downside. We, for example, have a fresh imbalance over here on the 1 hour time frame, so you could consider this high also just a liquidity high. So what I'm waiting to see is, okay, are we going to kill it with momentum? Then I'll be happy to look for one more long. Otherwise, if we just react to this 1 hour imbalance, I will be looking for a potential short again. Okay, going in towards pound dollar, what are we seeing there? Pound dollar overall has continued to move down lower. That is in line with the overall expectation. Now we've nearly pushed in towards here. It is still free. Overall, fractal low, fractal high, this buy before the sell-off is your area of supply. So looking to still further short GBP USD. in towards daily demand, go in towards the 15, and based on the 15, the market is still very, very ugly. But overall, what I'll be looking at mainly today is just this area of supply over here on the 15-minute time frame to see if we can push down lower. Going in towards NZD USD, what are we seeing over there? Also similar to Aussie dollar, very overextended push in towards the downside. In comparison to Aussie dollar though, there is kind of like this low still open, which I would like to get taken out and then see that change of character before then pushing potentially up higher. So yeah, that's that. We have kind of like this buy before the sell over here, which is acting as supply. We had consolidation range over here with liquidity built above. So let's see this morning if we can maybe get one more push down, and then, for example, we start with a pullback up higher. Overall, going in towards the daily, there is still some demand down lower. It is still looking bearish. We really need to see some kind of strength come in towards these Kiwi pair and Aussie pair. Going in towards gold, last of all, what are we seeing? We didn't really react to this demand zone. Again, no lower time frame confirmation, therefore no long on my side. Go in towards the 1 hour and the 4 hour. 4 hour is kind of like in the extreme now. Would like to see one more push down lower, liquidate the low, and then, for example, start with that push back up again. For the rest, go into the 1 hour real quick. What can we see here? Nothing really that clean. I mean, overall BOS over here would make sense to pull back at least in towards here. So I mean, if we kind of react now bullishly to this sell-off before the buy, then you could look to take a long back up in towards, for example, this supply zone over here. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day, and we'll speak soon.